Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bed. Love. Beyond. Bed. Love. Beyond.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
And thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play.
yeah, so episode 30 is relationships and social media.
30. That's a good age.
Episode 30, relationships and social media. Should you worry about the web? And before we talk to our guests
30.
that we have,
It's all downhill from there.
episode 30, we're about a month off, but today is our 6-month anniversary. Bed Love Beyond.
And we still together.
Yeah, so over, I believe,
Sometimes we're not.
1,700 downloads. So
Whoa.
thank you, everybody listening. That's pretty freaking sweet. So we're going to introduce our guest. And one of our guests is somebody that we've been trying to get here for a very, very long time. And I'm we're both very excited to have her
man.
here. And her name is Ashley.
Bum-ba-da-dum. Yeah, that's me.
What's going on? And somebody who probably didn't know that she was being roped into this is Elise. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
All right, that's awesome. Okay.
Ashley and Elise are here as our millennial guests
Yes.
to represent you millennials who we may not understand, but we love. So welcome.
And wanna be. Just saying.
I mean, sometimes I want to go back to 27, 24.
I mean, it's apparent when you're always using your cell phone when you're driving. It's really totally illegal. She's like, why is this being said?
This is not about this right now.
No, but it's good because Jennifer, even before we went on, Jennifer brought it to light that it's going to be a different dynamic because Ashley and Elise are, well, I guess they're on the cusp of millennials, so I don't think they necessarily grew up with like social media right there, like when they're like 5 and stuff, but like they definitely got into it a lot sooner than we did.
Right.
So it's going to be a good aspect of what we're going to be talking about pertaining to relationships and social media. But before that, we usually do like a daily dish, but I don't know if anything is happening in the world of relationships or whatever, or daily dishing, whatever's on your mind. Anybody want to talk about anything? Or?
I'm dating.
Oh, snap.
Oh my god.
I remember, maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, she quietly slipped in that somebody that she's dating, but, I didn't want to bring it up because she's a private person, but now only one of us is in limbo with love. Congratulations.
You have won nothing. I hate you.
Oh, but I have.
I'm just still a
Jennifer's
bitter
dating.
bitch.
So that's awesome. So
It's new. It's not official like Cardinal.
right.
Reggae reference. It's cool. I like it. It's a lot of work. Not a lot of work in a bad way. Like I keep saying, every time I listen back to the podcast, and I was like, dating's rough. And that's kind of like when we were like in the beginning stages of like, hi, I'm so and so, and you're so and so. But like now everything's kind of like cool and like we're comfortable, and it's cool. But like with dating, it's kind of like you sit there and you're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that's like why we do this podcast, to talk about those things.
Like when she's gonna hit the fan, like
Right, like
when
you're like
honeymoon phase is over, when you're stopped, like putting on makeup and like
I
acting
don't
all
wear
certain-
makeup ever.
No,
Like,
but what I'm saying,
I've
is,
been
like,
pretty
putting a
upfront.
facade
Like
on.
this is who the fuck I am.
Yeah. Me and you, we keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
And another one, but like, but no, like some people feel like they have to be a certain way to catch that person, or
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And like I think we're the type of women that we're totally like, no, like you have to accept us for how fucking crazy we are,
Right.
or don't accept us at all. And we're
Like I just
we're
wrap my hair
crazy.
up and I'm wearing like my
This
Bob
is
Marley
me.
t-shirt today.
You know,
and
like
that's it.
I'm a hot pastrami mess, and if you like hot pastrami messes, then here I am. I'm for
You're like,
for
hey,
you.
boo, hey.
Hey, what's up?
So it's not that I'm not in limbo with love. I am still dating, but I guess I'm in limbo with love in the fact that like I'm afraid to be in love again. It's really creepy.
Love is scary.
It is.
Love is evil. Spell it backwards, and I'll show you. Quote Eminem. Okay, let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you, love is a scary, scary thing. And honestly, like after, like everybody knows my
So
situation.
Ashley, are you single?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And Elise, are you single?
No,
No.
You have a boo? Hey, hey.
Yeah.
she got a boo.
So do you guys? So Elise, do you social media it up with or with your boo, or are you on Facebook like as in a relationship with so and so?
I don't really use Facebook that much, but
What?
yeah, I don't know. I just have it to connect with people actually, but yeah, I try not to put much information about myself actually, so I don't think I have it up there.
Huh? And when you were in a relationship, Ash?
I flaunted that shit. I flaunted it. I was like, my Asian boo. Yeah. My Steven Yeun looking mother. Yeah, that was me.
She's so extra.
Nah, dude, I would put that thing on everything. If I could put a sticker on the back of my car that says I'm in a relationship, I probably would have. That's just me.
Okay, so that's kind of cool, Martini, because they're like on opposite sides of the spectrum.
No, absolutely. But what was the reason why you felt the need to do that?
I think because for me, like, I haven't been in a relationship in 10 years that I've had someone mutually love me back. So for me, it was really important because it's like, hey, look it, he loves me. Like I can show him off. Like somebody actually loves me and wants me and cares about me. Opposed to the 10 years of just like missed calls and shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just important, that representation of our relationship and of our love. Quote, love.
Right.
So quotations. I'm sorry, not quote. It's not a quote.
Quote unquote.
Whatever. Yeah.
And why do you at least decide that you don't want to put it on?
I mean, like all of like Facebook. I primarily use Facebook, but like all my friends on Facebook, they
Or Instagram or whatever. Like,
but I mean, like what I don't know. I don't. They're kind of like more like acquaintances. I don't
Mhm.
really have like. If I choose to hang out with my friends, or like my primary way of like communicating them is through like texting
Right.
or calling. So but like to my best friend or like whoever, I would actually go and be like really excited to be like, hey, guess what? I have a boyfriend now. Like I'd be so excited, and I wouldn't mind sharing people what's up with that.
Do you use Instagram?
No.
Oh, okay.
God
Because
damn it, what kind of millennial are you?
no,
You're the cool one.
No,
I'm
because
a
I was
hipster.
because I was gonna ask, do you take pictures with yourself and your boyfriend, and do you post it anywhere on social media? Do you do that?
Sometimes, like we both don't really take pictures of a lot of things, but yeah, from time to time I will. Maybe like once every season. Honestly, I don't upload a
This
lot
is
of
a
things.
Here's just an update, guys. I'm still
Nope.
with the same man, and we're still really happy.
You're like, this is us in winter. This is us in fall.
How long is your relationship?
It's gonna be 4 years at the end of this month.
Yo, maybe that is
Oh my
the fucking
God.
key.
No.
That is the key. Stay
No.
off social media.
You know I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, all this kind of bullshit. I don't use that kind of stuff. The only thing I use is Facebook, and now I just use it for political propaganda and crap,
Oh my god. She's not even lying.
No,
Go
but-
Bernie!
No, but that's good. I mean, we're definitely your story is definitely going to be good for like the second half of the podcast, because that's really interesting that you really don't put your stamp out there, but it's not like it, because I thought it was going to be like less than 2 years, but it's been more than, but it's been 4, so that's amazing, and you guys are like still strong, and that's really cool. That's great, to tell you the truth.
It gives you hope, right? It gives me hope.
So, Chini, when you were in a relationship, did you have it on social media?
Oh yeah. I mean, I only really use Facebook at the time, and just on the same stream with like Ashley, it's just that, oh wow, like somebody like really loves me, and you know what, I'm gonna like flaunt her and put her out there, and she never forced me to like, oh, how come you didn't like put this picture up with us and blah blah blah. Like if I felt it, if I felt like, man, like I really feel good today about me and my relationship, so boom, I would go on Facebook. And I would change like the cover photo, like the big one. I even like for a time I even put her picture as my profile picture.
What?
I don't know if I would do that.
I did it.
The face.
But hey, everyone's different. No, like my ex, he was more of a conservative person and did not like to put his stuff on Facebook.
Right.
Even to the point that if people, places that he worked and stuff, like, so it looks professional, he wouldn't put a picture of me and him up. And for me, like, that's important. Like, oh my God, like, you never saw a single picture of me maybe with my cat, but that's only when she died. But other than that, I always had me and him up. But he's completely opposite in that sense. But you have to learn to respect that. And for me, I get where he's coming from. And so I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I kind of would rather date a guy that isn't so into social media, to be honest. One, because I'm OCD. Anyways. And two, I just feel like I don't want to...
You don't want to be OCD and probably like look into.
I don't want to look
stuff.
into stuff because things can be easily misconstrued online.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
you can take one thing and blow it up, or you can get jealous over the stupidest things if you have self-esteem issues or this and that.
I think that's the biggest problem with it is that like even when you don't have self-esteem issues, I think like there's always that like that women's intuition that you sit there and you're kind of like like why are these girls liking his photos? Like you kind of get like weird about it, and there's no reason to because it's just fucking Facebook.
Well, I think it's I do think that with that there has to come some kind of like insecurity, and I think with that it's like either the fear of losing someone, and I think a lot of women have that fear. A lot of people have that fear, not even just women. We have that fear of losing people, especially in a place that in a era that we live in where everything is just instant gratification and we easily go from one to the next. So for people that kind of have that mindset, that want to be together, that want to have that long-term relationship, they're afraid of losing people. I mean, that's just one aspect of it. There's other reasons for it, but I think that's a big part of it, so.
Do you feel that, do you have any like jealousy things? Well, I shouldn't say I guess not. I shouldn't put words in your mouth. But like, since you don't have like, any social media or your boyfriend doesn't have like social media things, like, do you feel that it's just easier to not fall into that trap of like, yo, who is that chick or whatever? Like, oh, babe, who the hell is that chick that you were talking to last night or whatever? Like, does that happen to you?
I mean, in the beginning, I was the one with Facebook, and he actually didn't have an account. He actually created a Facebook. Well, someone else did. He created a Facebook account for him, I think, last year. But as far as jealousy goes, oh yeah, I was pretty much like that crazy girlfriend. Cause like,
I'm the only one.
Cause like, we're actually each other's first, so obviously, I'm like, oh, what I do, I didn't know how to act, but I would like, I don't know, make a big deal out of a lot of tiny things, and we fought a lot about that. But now, actually, my boyfriend has an Instagram, so it's kind of like we use each other's accounts in a way just to see what's up, because I don't feel like creating an account for like Twitter or Instagram. Yeah, I don't know, I'm too lazy. But I don't know, and we're like open to like using each other's accounts. It's like, I don't have anything to hide, and I'm sure he doesn't have anything to hide.
That's cool. I like that.
I like a relationship like that. Yeah.
I mean, I moving forward, like, don't know. Like, I use social media kind of just to, not necessarily to be like, look what I've done, but like sometimes if I've done something cool, I'll put it up. If I find funny or interesting things, I'm like, repost, post, whatever. I don't know. I think moving forward, I know I don't care about changing my relationship status. It's hidden. It's always been hidden. I think there was a part of me that, I think I told this to somebody, like, I never, like, put up pictures of anyone who I was dating or going out with because, like, I kind of felt like I would be offending, like, my ex. And I didn't want him to, like, feel...
Wait, what?
I know, it's stupid, right? Like, I didn't...
Offending your ex? So
No. Like, I can't explain it to you. Like,
but you saying that just from
it's just
what
weird.
You're saying...
Not like offending is the wrong word.
But, like, the fact that you have any thought into
like,
your ex...
this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Like, after we first broke up.
How many months after you first broke
Dude,
up?
I don't know. Like,
were you entirely over your ex is the question.
No, not like the first couple months that we broke up.
So that's why you cared what the fuck your ex would think.
Right. Now I don't give a fuck. Like, dude...
Which is good. Yeah.
Like, whatever. Not that I'm gonna, like, put, like, pictures of me, like, hedonism out there, but, like, not that I've gone to hedonism. I've just been really thinking about it a lot
What
this week.
the fuck is hedonism?
It's a whole different podcast.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Google it.
All right. We'll do.
But... No, I don't give a fuck. But, like, in the beginning, I was, like, since he was still, like, my Facebook friend, I was like, oh, I don't know. And there's, like, so much of my life I want him to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to have, like, that much privy into my life. He had put up pictures of, like, him out with, like, a bunch of girls and friends and this and that. And I'm like, I kind of sometimes felt a certain way. But then I was like, you know what? I got to the point where I was like, good, you're living your life and clearly putting it on social media. As should I. Yeah. You know, but it was like a little weird. And I think that's the hard part about relationships and social media, that like if you're in one, you question like everything. Not that you should, though. You question things that your spouse puts up. Mm-hmm. Spouse the right word? That sounds really old.
Significant other.
You question the things that he or she puts up, and then, you know, question the things that other people like of that person. Mm-hmm. And, you know, question who their new friends are. And I think it's like created like an insecurity in people that wasn't necessarily there before.
Oh, entirely. I think honestly, I'm one of those people that I feel that technology, at least in my world, has kind of just messed everyone up. I don't find it as beneficial as it may appear to be. I feel like it has taken away from social interactions a lot from people communicating and just enjoying the moment.
Yeah, Ashley has like two modes. Like when we're out, it's either like we should put our phones away and like interact and just see the world together, or Ashley's just like on her phone. And won't
because then you'll be on your phone. You're like, "Ow, what's up?" With like 5 million freaking people on the phone. But then that's when I'm like, I feel inclined to get on a phone and just have like something, you know,
try
instead
to
of me.
yeah.
What? I can't even catch them all, and you know that. But anyways, but like I literally, you know, God damn it, when you do that to me, when you throw a stone at me, man, I lose the track of thought, man. You can't do this. I'm like Dory. I'm like the fucking, oh my God.
So I don't know, Martini, what do you think about social media and relationships? Like moving forward, your next relationship that you find, do you think you're going to want to be all like, this is me and my boo?
I'm not sure. Just because what you said at the beginning of the podcast, you know, just being afraid of it, you know, because I remember in our last episode, I was telling you that the entire week on this day, my ex kept showing up because like I guess we were just like super busy, like doing whatever, like doing activities and stuff. So like I don't know, and of course me overthinking, maybe I shouldn't even think that far, but it's like I don't know if I want to start putting up pictures of somebody that I'm seeing, and then maybe like a month after, like it falters, and then like the person's there, because I don't want to, just because I erase the person's like pictures and stuff, that person's gonna be in my life. Like I remember somebody was like, "Oh man, you gotta like get rid of your ex's like photos and stuff." I was like, dude, that's 4 years worth. Like, I am not going back on Facebook and like deleting every freaking picture. Like, she was there. Mm-hmm. She was there.
Right.
You know, so I was like, I'm like, trust me, like my mind can do much worse than what Facebook can ever do.
Yeah.
You know?
I haven't deleted any of my pictures, and like there's like probably like, I want to say 3 generations of ex-boyfriends. There's like 2 or 3 different ex-boyfriends on there, and I don't know. One, they both look completely different from each other. So it's not like somebody can go on and be like, I wonder what kind of guy she dates. Let me see. It's like way different sides of the spectrum.
I think it's a hassle though.
But like the thing is like there's other people in the pictures, like with my one ex, and like, you know, like I like those people still, even though I don't talk to my ex anymore. Like I like the people who are in the picture with them. And you know what? The time that was happening, like those were good times.
I think it's okay to request for your significant other to at least block those photos from your view. Like, you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, it's about growth. And like
granted, listen, I mean, at the first with my ex, I was like, you know, I feel really uncomfortable. Can you delete the photos? And he's like, you know, that's not really right of you. That was my past. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you have a point, because I wouldn't have done it. I still have pictures of my exes and stuff. If it made him feel really uncomfortable, I would have no problem with, you know, viewing only for me. But I mean, I would have to understand his perspective from it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Like for me, I don't know if I could delete my photos. I'm not even at that point right now because I'm still in love with an ex. So it's like I don't even want to think about deleting that because I feel like I'm admitting that he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Elise is like, I'm so glad I don't have these problems.
She's like,
she's like, chilling in the cut. She's like, yo, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I'm good, yo. As soon as this over, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna text him. I love you. I love you. These people are crazy. Thank goodness you don't do this stuff to me.
Like, damn, yo,
I don't know. Elise is like chilling in the cut. I'm not going on social media no more.
Fuck social media.
I'm not putting my business out there.
Who the fuck needs to be a part of social media anymore?
Again, I've brought this story up a lot of times. My friend once told me, like, the more people you inform about, like, your situation, whether it's your relationship or your problems in a relationship, which is another point I want to bring up in a second. Good thing I reminded myself. That damn it, I reminded myself and threw myself off. The more people that you bring into your relationship via social media or via conversation with them is like the more people you're inviting into your bed. And how many people do you really want in bed with you?
And they don't know everyone's perspective, and it's not fair to to the other person that you're with, because they're not getting his perspective or her perspective either. So it's really not fair, because then it would people get a biased mindset about the other person, and then when push comes to shove, if there's an argument, there's a fight or whatever, and you need to go to advice, they're going to be on your side 100%. Maybe not 100%, but they're going to be more inclined to be on your side because they have that biased view set.
Right. If you love me as a friend, then obviously you're already like, fuck that man.
And that's why I think that's why I always defended one of my exes, because it was just like, well, you don't get to understand his side of the thing. You get to see it only from Ashley's side. You don't get to see it from his side. So, that's why I always was kind of like, no, I'm not in denial about certain things, but it's just like, you do also have to get his side of the story. It's not fair. So,
That's the other thing I wanted to bring up, though, is that on social media, a lot of times people will be like, if they're fighting with their significant other, it's like either they'll throw up a meme or like some
petty ass status.
Some petty ass. I'm not telling you right now that I've never done it.
I'm not saying that either. I did it plenty of fucking times.
But
then after looking, thank you to those yearly reminders of what the fuck we did like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
On this day.
On this day, yes. I look back and I'm like, wow, I was a fucking cunt. Wow, was I dramatic? Oh my God, what the fuck did I just say there? Was that racist? Oh shit. It's just like, what was I saying?
I mean, this Asian motherfucker.
Let me tell you, if you look at my old Zanga, this is for the old school people. Yeah.
No idea. Do you know what Zanga is?
I think so.
I don't.
If you look at my old Zanga, I'm literally, you would probably think I'm borderline retarded. Like, it was ridiculous. Well, borderline retarded / psycho. And I mean, you knew me since I was 14, so you can just imagine the shit that I wrote.
Oh my God. Girls, they be putting in memes, be like, if that's your boyfriend, he wasn't last night. What? I was like, bitch, listen.
Like, bye, Felicia. It's
I don't know. Like, I just feel like I understand it's a platform to vent on, which I think is what a lot of people do use it for. It's like their soapbox. But man, it's like you see somebody bitching about their man.
It's not like a private diary. It's like a public diary.
It's real public. And you think it's private because your profile is private, but all 400 of your friends are like, this bitch, because she's over here bitching about him.
And if you got someone that don't like you and knows someone else that they're going to be looking on their fucking computer, be like, let me see this bitch.
Screenshot. They'll be like, oh, hold up. But you're sitting here bitching about him Monday through Thursday, and then Friday night you're like, hey, boo.
Oh, you know what really fucking grinds my gears? Let me tell you.
Oh my God.
No, I'm going to tell you what grinds my gears. Sorry, it's one of my, you know what, don't even ask. Anyways, what really pisses me off is like one day I'm like, oh my God, my boyfriend's this, that piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. And then I say, oh my God, I love you, boo boo. Thank you for the flowers. And it's just like, yo, really?
Right. That's
like you
that's
just kept me
what
up
I just said.
for 4 fucking, well, I'm just, putting it in a different,
the millennials say.
The millennials say in a
Generation
different way.
X says. And the millennials say the same thing. Over dramatically.
Hey, you want to be like us. Why are you hating?
I like Generation X, man. We're cool.
No. You like,
we are Generation X, right?
I believe we're Y.
No.
Yeah, I actually think you are Y.
Alexa?
I don't know.
What is Generation X?
The phrase Generation X means the generation following the baby boom, especially Americans and Canadians born in the 1960s and 1970s.
Okay, what is Generation Y?
Generation Y, referring to a specific cohort of individuals born from 1983 to 1997. Others mark the beginning of Generation Y. In 1982, Generation Y alludes to a succession from Generation X, a term which...
So we're at the tail end of X.
Yeah, we're X.
And I'm a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we even millennials? I am actually really curious to know.
A millennials is a person reaching young adulthood around the year 2000. A Generation Yer.
The fuck am I then? I was born in 88.
How old were you in 2000?
12.
As early as the 1980s, starting year into the mid 90s, early 2000s is final birth year of the millennials. So what year were you born?
88.
88? Okay, so yeah, you're a millennial. Congratulations.
Whatever, man.
Point being.
I'm a cool fucking millennial.
All right.
I'm a cool millennial.
A lot of the
woke-
millennials are
that
cool.
I was raised around the non-millennials, so
Right.
therefore I have some non-millennial
You're half.
in me.
Halfa.
I'm a half.
You're
I'm
a half breed.
A millennial MILF? No. Anyway,
No.
I'm a MILF.
All right.
The other kind of MILF.
I don't know. I think like when people put their business though on social media though, it's kind of like ratchet. I try not to. I'm not telling. There's times where like you're mad and you put something like, you know.
You bitch ass motherfucker.
No, not even like. No, some people do that. Some people are like. Some people in my age group, which is shocking. Like I've seen people put up like this bitch thinks she can get over on me. Wait till I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna tell you, at your age, people are still ratchet as hell.
I know, it's really scary. Like, and some dudes too. Like this one guy on my Facebook. I don't even know why he's on my Facebook. I have to delete him. He's kind of annoying. He's actually one of Noble's friends, which is enough explanation right there.
So right then and there, you can just tell Mr. Noble's friend, we don't know who you are, but please still listen to our podcast, even though we totally think you're lame.
But he puts up things like you chicks think blah blah blah, and these women out here, and this girl thinks that she can get over on me, and I'm like, what? And he's like, you women don't know how to cook. I was like, this is why
It's
you're
like, that's why you learn yourself, motherfucker.
yeah,
They
but
have
this is why you're
classes.
like not in a relationship with anyone because you're just a terrible person, really. But I don't know. I just think like some things are like kept private, but like let's just say you go to like a dinner or something, and like you and your significant other are out, and pictures are taken of you, and they're on Facebook. That's not a terrible thing.
No,
But if you're like tonguing your boyfriend down at the beach, I just don't want to see it.
they're taking pictures like every fucking day. Like I don't want. I'm,
Yeah,
you know, it's like
you don't want to see it, but how about if they really, really love that picture and they're showing their love for each other?
Tonguing each other down.
You have no right
Well,
to
they-
say that they can't put that up because that's for them. They're showing that first they're taking a picture of it, so that's one. So they're showing their love for each other.
Go to Walgreens,
that
develop
picture.
it, put it in a fucking album.
I was just about to say that bit. Well, I was gonna say put it in a frame and then hang it up. You know, if you're into that kinky kind of shit.
No, put it like in an album. Like put it like I really would love to have a photo
But
album.
see, that's the thing. You're thinking of a Generation Y. Who has a photo album now? Nobody.
I got some
She
in the
does,
corner
and
over
I
there.
do too, though.
She does because like she's older.
Whoa,
but like,
whoa.
but
But
like,
I
but like
got them too.
like millennials and
At least as
their
I'm
photo.
looking, so I don't know.
No, I say you're older. I didn't say like you're old, like
You're old as
like
hell.
crabby old or whatever. But I'm just saying it's like the photo albums now are Facebook and Instagram. They just happen to be public. So like that's the thing. Like you can't say for people to put in a photo album.
Well,
because
they
that
could.
is
They
their
could
photo
put it in
album.
Photo Bucket, where they can put it on private and they can see them privately. I'm on the fence with it because yes, you know,
Who
you
would
can
use a
show
photo bucket?
yes, you can show your love of your significant other to people. Yeah, great. But I don't want to fucking see you guys slurping each other's tongues down.
I mean, I necessarily don't want to see it either, but I can't tell them.
Well, no,
that
you can't tell nobody
You know,
anything.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
like,
I mean,
they're gonna put if they're gonna put up,
That's
they're
why
gonna put
there's
it
that
up.
little button that says report.
Yo, I'm the
Report the
asshole.
ass.
Okay. Oh my god. Funny story time, real quick. Okay, so I can't mention the name, but there was this individual on Facebook that felt the need when he like this person dates people and and he liked to put photos of him pretty much naked on Facebook, maybe a towel around his waist, barely, and just all the time. I mean, okay, there was one time there was a pose where you literally saw the package. Well, at least the bottom part, that part.
The balls?
And those
could say
nuts.
balls in this
Those
podcast.
nuts. And I just couldn't believe, like, why would you want to put that shit up? Like, yo, why are you putting, like, Grindr-like pictures up on Facebook? To me, like, you have your family on there. You have friends of friends, families, blah, blah, blah. Mix it all together. You got, like, a melting pot of people on there that you know
Grandma.
either really close or, somewhat closely, right? To put that kind of shit on there, like, yo, keep that kind of business, like, to the side. Like, that, I'm a very open person, but, like, you're not gonna see me like putting up like fucking naughty photos of myself to appeal to some of the men on my Facebook. You know what I mean? Like that's just you're mixing.
Sorry, listeners.
Don't mix your shit together. Like who? You know what I mean? Like don't no.
Like,
no.
oh, this is like a picture of my daughter and of my dick.
Yeah, it's like, I love my daughter. I just picked her up from school, and then like 4 hours later, like, yo, girls, you like my penis? Like, nah, dude. Like, nah, like that shit's not kosher, bro.
You like this dick.
And if you didn't post anything in between those 4 hours, that shit is right next to each other. Like, ew. You feel me? I don't know, man. Social media.
I love how other people like look at social media though, and like, and me and my friends do it all the time. We'll be like, "Yo, is she still dating that dude? I don't know. There's no pictures of them. Look at that meme she put up. She mad about something. They're fighting." And like,
everybody has to spectate, but that's the thing. That's what I can't stand is that we all sit here.
We're
and
all guilty of it, though.
Yeah, we are, and even I am, and I can't even stand it. And that's how fucking like. Every single day, that's how potent it has become, technology in our life. I mean, we just went past the dermatologist that had a goddamn Instagram. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, they're giving coupons on Instagram. Like, it's if it's like you have to use all these social media places for everything now. You want to sign up for certain places, you can sign up as Facebook. You know, so like. Even dating websites, you don't have to make a profile anymore. They'll fill up half of your shit with your Facebook information.
Elise, do you and your boyfriend have an Instagram page like together?
No, it's pretty much just his.
Okay.
That's a good topic.
Yeah, the people
that have one Facebook,
Yeah.
but in a relationship.
like Kim and Kelly's blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
that Kim and Kelly are. No, that's Kim and Kelly, a fictional lesbian couple. So like they have like, you know.
They have like one profile together.
Right.
Let me fucking say it right off the fucking bat. There's some insecurity issues and someone did something dirty. Because why the fuck can you have your own individual Facebooks?
Right.
You can't have any private conversations with the people that you had on there. Like,
You don't have your own friends anymore. These are our
yeah,
friends.
like, no. Listen, honey, you don't complete me. You compliment me. And that means that we're not mutually exclusive. So, you get your own and I'll
You
get mine.
complete me.
I really
Except
hope
on
that
Facebook.
I'm really hoping mutually exclusive was the right term. It was something I learned in statistics. Was it the one where the circle goes into the other circle? Because that's what I meant.
I'm not sure. I failed statistics like this.
I'll have to Google that later when my phone's not dead. Okay.
Would you do a group Facebook with your boo?
No.
She's like, no.
I don't see the point of that. I mean, I do see sometimes like married couples have the shared like Facebook thing, like Max and Kelly, you know, and stuff like that. It's like, okay,
Right.
like that's great. And
I would
they
do a
have-
shared Instagram page. Like, let's say we both like went
Nah.
places together. Listen, hear me out.
That's as stupid as having Instagram for your fucking dog.
This is the thing. I would probably.
You just dissed half of our audience.
I know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I do love you though.
She's just mad because she ain't got a dog.
No, I got 5 cats, homie. I'm good.
About that. point taken right there. But like, if like, let's just say like the two of you like traveled a lot together, right? This is just some fictional story in my head. Just let me finish. And like, you had an Instagram account where you guys both took pictures of different things, and then you like compiled them together. That would be better.
Wait, but do you have still your own individual?
Hell yeah, you can
Instagram
have more
things?
than one Instagram.
So it's pretty much like Jennifer and blah blah blah's
That's like a blog.
Instagram
yeah,
pictures.
Insta blogs.
That's like a picture blog. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
cool.
more about a Facebook. Facebook is more meant for a messenger and sending out your little public diaries to everybody that does
Was
not
there?
give a fuck.
I wonder if there was this much like insecurity when there was MySpace.
Yeah.
I don't remember how
There's
MySpace
insecurity
worked.
no matter what in life. You know what I mean?
It's nothing new, yeah.
It's just now it's more
He
pronounced.
passed
I
a
feel like.
letter.
And
to
now you
somebody.
can just track it if you know that's all.
Yo,
that social
there's
media
like
did.
this thing. So like when me and my ex first broke up, he was like, "Oh, I saw you were like in a lot of these Elephant Journal articles and memes." He's like, and I was like, "How the fuck you see what I like? What?" And like, I guess there's like that little thing on the side of Instagram on Facebook,
Yeah.
and it's like so and so like this, so and so commented on this,
Yeah.
and he was like tracking me. I'm like, okay, stalker.
I don't know if it's necessarily about tracking. Maybe he just saw it.
Why do you defend him?
I am not defending that asshole. I'm
'Cause
just
I do that.
saying that it just comes up. Just like the same thing with like, because I would say the same things with you, and you're like, "Yo, how do you know that?" I was like, because Facebook told me." It's like it's not like I was looking.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
you were
it,
stalking me.
basically. But
I think we're all guilty of looking at that. That's another thing I can't stand when people say, "Oh, well, are you stalking my Facebook?" Like, bitch, you do it too. Don't even fucking front. When you like someone, you're looking at all their information. You're trying to see what they're
Yeah,
like.
we do.
Oh, they like the Bulls. Okay, maybe I'll get into some basketball. They like like chocolate ice cream? I guess I'll give it a try. You know what I mean? You look on there, and
I guess I'll give it a try.
chocolate ice cream. I guess I'll give it a try. So good. But like seriously, like everybody does that. Everybody wants to kind of investigate and get to know. That's especially big on online dating sites.
That's like one
That's
of
how you
my.
get to
That's
know
like one.
people.
That's like one of the first questions when you're dating. Like, oh, do you have Instagram or Facebook? You know.
Yeah.
So
When people tell me they don't got Facebook, I'm like, bitch, you lying.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
I'm
all.
gonna find you. I'm gonna find your families, hide your kids, hide your. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I mean, and then like that's the first thing you do, and I will be straight up. Like I'm pretty sure when I started like talking to this dude, and I was like, "Do you have Facebook?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like. He came up in my Facebook because we had each other's phone number, and that's the other thing now. Your phone number is like attached to Facebook.
Yeah, that's how you really find out.
Right,
Like, oh,
right.
do you have Facebook? And he's like, no. I'm like, bitch, I'm looking at it right motherfucking now. That's not you in that tie? I don't know about that.
I was like, I don't know. So like, I was like, oh, I don't know how you feel about like adding people to Facebook. So and then he was like, no, that's cool. Go ahead. So I added him, and we were friends. And I was like, straight up, I was like, you're on Facebook stalking you. Like, I want to know what's up. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't think that's horrible to admit, and I don't. First off, I hated calling stalking. I'm sorry. Like, it is not stalking. You want to fucking see stalking? I'll show you, motherfucking. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a stalker. I'm kidding. No, but I've seen some people that have serious stalking issues, and like that is just like to say that is insulting.
It's curiosity.
It's curiosity. Everyone's curious. We're curious
Right.
human beings. So to sit there and say, oh, you're Facebook stalking, like, bitch, you do it too. And it's not Facebook stalking. It's just you're curious about who they are.
You know what it
That's
is,
why
though?
you have a fucking profile.
I do think though that no matter what, depending on like you have to be two strong individual people and be like solidified like with your relationship and like with your love, because I can see why Facebook like breeds insecurities. Like I have male friends, you know, and some of them have no filter, you know, like some of them are my friends and like I've never been like intimate or anything like that with, but they'll comment on a picture like, why are you looking cute today, Jen, or something like that. And I can see if like I was dating somebody, you know, if he wasn't like a strong individual, like that's my girl, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, that they'd be like, yo, who's this dude? I'm like, yeah, I've known this dude for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, and he's nothing. Like, he's not.
He's just some random dude
He's
that,
just my
like,
boy. Like,
yeah.
and sometimes he's complimentary. Like, you know.
A little too much.
Right, a little too much. You know, like my one boy will be like, I like your lips, Jay. And I'm like, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
They're mine and his, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feed into it. Or I'm like, thanks, smiley face.
I think some guys like that though, because it's kind of like yeah, they know my girl's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a confidence kind of thing.
I don't
for
know,
that
Martini,
dude.
since you're the only man in the room, what do you think? Like, if you see, like,
Unless
let's
it's
say,
OD.
right. If he was like,
But if there's like minor flirting, from what I hear from some guys, it's kind of sexy because it's like that's what I see. Like, that's what I'm attracted to. Like, they see it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a confidence kind of thing. I don't know.
what do you think, Martini?
Yeah.
I guess for me personally, it depends who's asking. I mean, who's giving the quote unquote compliments. Because me personally, I am the jealous type. So like, but if it's like some like guy, whatever, just like, oh, okay, I know he's just doing it just to get like a rise out of, let's say you know, if it was you and I, okay, he's getting a rise out of you. But like if it was somebody who I think that would be like, oh shit, you know, not to say that like, oh, he said something, so now you're gonna like, you know, hop off with him. But like if he presses my button, not directly to me,
You're like, button.
but whatever he says, I could be like, oh shit, like he seems like he could be competition because he looks like somebody that she would like.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Like, I'm jealous too. I'm a jealous person. Everybody knows this. For me, it stems from self-esteem issues and just not thinking highly of myself. So, you know, in a relationship, when there's anyone that's relatively better looking or maybe has their shit together in certain areas, to me, I instantly think that they're gonna be attracted to that. And so it's like you know, to me, I get all fucking, if I ever saw a comment like that, I I don't want to say I'd flip out, but I would feel probably uncomfortable.
At least
about
jump
it.
in at any time.
I mean, for me, like, if someone, I think it's disrespectful if people know you're in a relationship and they flirt with you.
I do too.
I think that's very disrespectful. Like, yo, have respect for the person that I'm with, because
But
I don't
now
know
this
how
is the
they
question.
feel
If
about
you're
it.
not publicly going public with your relationship, like, how are people who are just your social media Facebook friends?
Well, they need to know through an instant fucking messenger, because let me tell you.
Oh,
that's
no,
the
I
kind of
agree. Like,
thing,
if somebody comes at me like that, I'm like, yo, I got a man, chill.
yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
But you can't fault him for that because he didn't know.
Oh, of course,
You know,
so
so
yeah.
Like, I think, like, I know you kind of gave me a comment about it just as my friend. Like, I think a couple weeks ago I put on Facebook, I was like, I'm hungry. He wants to bring me breakfast. And the married dude commented on my thing, I'm on my way. I ignored him because I'm like, you're just talking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun with that. But everyone was like, this motherfucker. And I was like, yo.
It's disrespectful. I mean, that's another podcast
yeah.
in itself. But
Yeah.
that is
I remember
disrespectful. I don't. It's like he knows, you know.
I mean, I'm not like.
But he's married.
No, I know that.
You said the key word. He's married. It's just disrespectful.
I
in
would. That's
itself.
what I'm saying. I would never do that to
Of course
him.
not, yeah.
I would never be like.
But I don't.
yeah, I don't even go out with Jen, and I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, she knows that, and I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck? I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Who says that shit? You know what I mean? I was pissed off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
And he messaged me and he was like, "You're not gonna reply to me." I said, "What? You bringing your wife with you?
Yeah.
Is she coming with you to bring me eggs? She gonna cook
Eggs.
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 from Jersey?" But yeah, I mean, people do take things a little too far, but
Just social media. People get
Alicia
emotional and
is
impulsive.
so glad she's not on Facebook.
No, it's a blessing, honestly, because like sometimes even when I get impulsive with like my emotions, like I want to post something stupid and then I'm just like like I've been able to control that now, but like back in the day, like years ago, it's just like spewed out of my mouth. And unfortunately, again, I see that through the fucking Time Hop. Thank you, Time Hop. You're the fucking best thing invented. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I'd rather stay off social media. I'm more attracted to people, not only because of that aspect of relationship aspect, but because of how technology can interfere in a relationship.
Right.
And, you know, I dated someone where technology was the only thing that seemed to be in front of his face.
Right,
and it was
right.
just like, was I dating a PS4 or was I dating that person? Was I dating a tablet or was I dating that person? An iPhone, that person. Like, it always came down to, can we, you know, communicate with one another? Not through games, not through, you know, fucking YouTube videos. Can we communicate and just be normal and just like each other's company? And it was very seldom that we were able to do that. And it was just like, I feel like I'm in a virtual fucking, you know, world. And I understand because that person came from a lifestyle where he dated mainly people online.
Cyber dates.
Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And whether, you know, it was serious to him or not, like, to me, I can't take that kind of stuff serious because long distance relationships, like internet connections, like, yo, it's completely different when you're in person with people.
Right.
You know, and I feel like with that person, like, I was just virtually dating them. I felt like I wasn't even dating them,
Even
in
though they were
reality.
sitting right next to you.
Even though they're sitting right next to me, you know. So it's
He'll
just
like text you right next to you, like, "Babe,
why, like,
want pizza?"
yeah, and it's just like, you know, why does everything have to be either through, you know, some kind of form of technology, you know? So, and I mean, thankfully he wasn't big on social media, but I mean, you know, maybe when he was like on Twitch for gaming and stuff, you know, like, but again, technology, like, in so many aspects can really just interfere with the relationship, and social networking is one of them.
What do you got over there, Martini?
No, it's just pretty much an article basically talking about exactly what we were talking about. It's talking about breeding curiosity and jealousy amongst couples, and this is from HuffingtonPost.com, and the title is Facebook relationship problems, how social networking and jealousy affect your love life. And pretty much it says, a lot of us use Facebook as a convenient way of receiving information about the people in our lives we don't call every day, and people we don't know that well whose lives we enjoy away from afar. Your college friend got engaged. Yay. Your cousin is moving across the country. Boo. A girl you met once at a party whose bearing their midriff in her profile picture wrote on your fiance's wall. Hold on, where did she get that from? Enter the green-eyed monster known as Facebook jealousy, messaging someone you hooked up with before you met or your current love interest, analyzing a wall post on your significant other's page, stewing over a suspicious picture but not actually asking about it. All of these have been known to tank relationships. If you're prone to thinking it's just Facebook, can it really cause that many problems in an adult relationship? Consider this. A 2009 study suggested that Facebook makes unique contributions to the experience of jealousy in romantic relationships. Divorce attorneys say Facebook flirtations are frequently cited in their cases.
Damn.
And this poor guy had an asthma attack, supposedly prompted by seeing how many men his ex-girlfriend had friended since their breakup. There's even a Facebook page called I Wonder How Many Relationships Facebook Ruins Every Year, with over 100,000 likes.
That's crazy, but it's true. People don't realize the extent that, you know, Facebook and all these social networks can do to a relationship. And it's not just relationships, friendships as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
I knew
like,
this girl who, I guess, like, she had this boyfriend, and he would use her computer from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she, like, just went back onto her computer after he had left to see, you know, to check her mail or whatever, check to see whatever's going on Facebook. And he left it on her account. He left it on his account.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, found out, like, he was, like, messing with, like, mad chicks. And I think he had gotten some girl pregnant. And she found out, like, all the shit. And, like, shit she just never suspected of him. And then, like, there's no way to say you didn't do it. Like, motherfucker, it's on your Facebook. And she didn't necessarily go snooping. But, like, you know, like, it's there now. So I want to look. It's just natural.
that actually reminds me of someone I knew, which actually brings up a good question. How would you feel if you found out that your significant other was not necessarily cheating, though it could be viewed as cheating, or at least unfaithful, because they were sending messages through either Facebook or some kind of messenger to different girls?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, finally when they were caught, admitted it, you know, they worked it through, whatever. How would you feel if that person still pursued adding girls on their Facebook, but with an excuse?
What kind of excuse?
That it's for, like, some kind of, I don't know, modeling gig.
Modeling gig?
You know, for, like, a modeling magazine, cars and stuff, you know. I want to add these models so I can interview them and bullshit like that. Like, would you feel comfortable with that? Because I don't know if I honestly would.
Wait, not do you think? With that person saying that, is he involved in that industry for him to give that excuse? Because, like, how about if I was freaking collecting stamps and I was, like, saying, hey, I want to add these people just because I might want to interview them one day. Like, what does that have to do with you collecting stamps? Like, I don't understand.
He's barely... this person wanted to.
Yeah.
Hasn't really got anywhere with it. Kind of just back burner.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily an excuse. It's a kind of like a, not a two-way street, but it's still, he's not lying because it still serves his purpose.
Okay.
Because of what he does.
Then how would you feel?
I didn't say I'm agreeing with him.
Okay.
I'm saying that the reason why he's giving you these, or, well, whatever the situation is, the reason why he is allowing himself to say that is because it's quote unquote true, because he is a part of the industry, but at the same time, no, he wants to keep the connection because of what he wants to do.
Now my question is, how would you feel if he put a comment on a girl's profile picture and said, if I wasn't single if I wasn't single and if I had a chance with you, I totally would date you. How would that make you feel?
Is that person dating somebody?
Engaged,
then that's effed up.
Right.
Like, that's totally effed up. I mean,
but that person saw it and was like joking about it.
The engaged person saw it. And,
they're friends with that person.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's weird.
It definitely is weird because I can totally understand. I mean, you have to be
if I
very,
fucked up
very,
like that,
very ballsy to say that, but to have it say in a joke, because he did put it in a public forum. Because why would you say that in a public forum unless you weren't like joking? You know what I'm saying? Then he's very ballsy and he's very confident, and he's engaged. So because
I would be bothered
because that type of behavior that didn't just start. So
It's
that
been there.
So that person
accepted it.
exactly,
And that's that person. That's what that person is dealing with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, and I agree because I even had a conversation with someone else about this, and they said, well, you know, that's what they accepted, and I completely agree with that. But it's just like, for me, that is not something I would tolerate. That is just fucking
absolutely
disrespectful.
Not. That's no.
And another thing of social media, like every single day I'd have to fucking deal with some kind of comment like that. Like, nah, I'm
No,
good.
that's not good. I remember Jennifer coined the phrase in our last podcast that we're gonna put a shirt on, and she's like, I don't like people playing with my cup. So like, you don't like to share.
No, I don't.
So
I
that's
don't.
not cool that he would say that's not cool that he would say something like that, even though it was a joking manner and that the engaged person like accepted it, like, ha, 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 he's just like that. Like, all right, well, you'll see how he is once you guys tie that knot. But nah, I personally that's not cool. They could work through that, but at the same time, that seems like that's going to be a reoccurring thing.
issue. Yeah.
So I don't know.
How about you? How do you feel about it, Lise?
I think if you could, like, even though it's like Facebook, like talking on Facebook is a little different than like communicating in person.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if that guy said the same thing in real life and you're just there on the side, but of course he says it in a joking manner. Like, you know, how would you still feel? Like, I would still be also like, what did you just say?
Yeah,
Or, like,
I'd be.
I'm right here. Or, you know, if like his parents were there, like a really close friend, like they're gonna all have probably a negative impression.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's just disrespectful to even joke about if you know the kind of girl, even if the girl's fine with it. Like, obviously this person's not fine with it. She just.
I just feel like it's a level of respect. Like,
it's a level of respect. Yeah, like you don't do that
Right.
kind of shit. Like, I'm not saying, oh man, your brother's hot, I'd suck his dick. You know, like you don't say that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Whose brother are we talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's
If
if it's Idris Elba's brother, does Idris Elba have a brother?
If
Good
it's
God.
who?
You know who Idris Elba is? Get the fuck out of here.
He's that really handsome black guy.
Yeah.
That one, Blood Diamonds, was he in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know.
No.
No, not Blood Diamond, but I know what you're talking about.
he's
It's
hot.
another
That's
movie
it,
about
yeah,
Africa and
yeah.
diamonds and stuff.
There was only one movie about African diamonds.
Never
I'm pretty
mind.
sure.
It wasn't Blood
Anyways.
Diamond. He was in that movie Obsessed. You would probably have seen that with
Oh,
Beyonce.
yes, I know. Yeah.
He was the husband.
Yeah, the hubby.
Hey, boo, hey.
Hey. Anyways.
Sorry, am I making you uncomfortable? I'm drooling over Idris Elba, who just had an amazing photo shoot, by the way. Thanks for sending that to me, Martini. Actually, thanks for everyone who sent that to me. Like 3 other people sent it to me. Not you, Ashley. You didn't send it to
Because
me.
I don't know who the hell he is.
Oh my God, he did a photo shoot for Interview Magazine.
Well, now I know who he is.
He was gorgeous.
I didn't know that was your man crush.
Oh my God.
But
If we were dating and he was on social media, he wouldn't be anymore.
don't
Like,
say
no.
that. Why- You're dating right now. Don't say that. That's
I
not
know.
right.
I'm just
See,
talking
that's
about
what I
fiction.
mean.
I'm not putting it on social media.
Yes, you are. We're putting this on social media, you dingbat. We're doing it on multiple places on social media. The whole fucking world is gonna listen.
Okay, first of all, I am dating. Yes, the chances of me and Idris Elba really getting together are slim to none.
How would you feel if your significant other said to you,
Oh God.
if they said to you, "Who's your favorite celebrity?" and you're like, I don't know, Brad Pitt. I give you the A-OK to fuck that celebrity if you ever got the chance. How would you feel about that? I feel like, am I really worth giving up? Like, you want someone to touch me, to taint me? How dare you taint me?
To taint me.
To
That's
taint me. Well, you know, taint me. But but what I'm saying is, like,
it's not that kind of podcast.
I guess for me, it's like, yo, that's my meal. Make it seem like we're in prison. My fucking meal. You're not touching it. If
Don't
you
touch
touch
my
it,
cornbread.
I will cut you. But how would you guys feel about that? Like, let's go around the room. Elise, how would you feel if, like, your boyfriend gave you the A-OK to fuck whatever famous celebrity you have a crush on?
I mean, like, I think there's, like, a difference definitely between, like, loving someone and being attracted to someone. I feel like there's always someone who's going to be prettier than me, you, whoever. And, like, I think celebrities are being paid to look good. And, you know, they spend all the money maybe on surgery or exercising on trainers and whatnot, dietitians. So I think celebrities are, I don't know, I want to say in a different category. Like, it's okay to have, like, a crush on a celebrity because, like, I mean, yeah, what are the chances that you'll get together? But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, who
You
you love.
To you feel that celebrities aren't necessarily real.
It's like imaginary fantasy thing. It's a superficial shit.
Because I think what you're trying to say is like you'd be more offended if like he wanted to like bang like the chick at Dunkin' Donuts because she's real. like he sees her every Tuesday in the morning.
Oh no, I definitely would want
know?
them to fuck something that's imaginary, because if they try to fuck someone at Dunkin' Donuts, I'd be real pissed. You know what I mean?
Right.
That bitch be getting stuffed on. Anyways, but
I don't know. It's the same thing as like guys and girls like putting up their like Woman Crush Wednesday.
But I'm
and Man
saying
Crush
hypothetically,
Monday.
if one of your favorite crushes, if Brad Pitt was right here, okay.
Why do you
Steven Yeun.
keep saying Brad Pitt? Like I have any fucking
I don't
interest in
fucking
him.
know. I just put Brad Pitt as the fucking first guy. Steven Yeun, okay, in my case. If Steven Yeun was here right now, because I'm single, hell fucking yeah. But if I was with so-and-so, an ex,
Or a boo.
well,
Any boo.
not any boo. No, not any ex, trust me. Because
No,
then I'd be
no.
like, bye, Felicia.
Maybe you should move forward from the exes. How about that?
Well, if I was with one of the exes.
If you were with a
or
guy.
with a new dude that I
yeah,
fell in love
thank
with.
you.
I would never be like, okay, thanks for the free, like, get out of jail.
Hall pass.
Yeah, no, I would never do that.
I don't want a hall pass ever.
I think hall passes are disrespectful. Like, it's kind of insulting.
That's the new podcast.
Like,
topic.
really, I don't mean that much to you to
I mean,
keep
we
me
talked about it
around.
before. We could talk about it again.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be like Casper. I want you to keep me forever. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't see that movie. Goddamn millennials. Oh, I don't know. Are we at the meme of the day? Or do you have something else?
Yeah, we got like the other aspect is, well, I mean, we
Go
pretty
ahead.
much already talked about it, where it was like, would you let people know about your relationship or would you keep it to yourself? And there was this article talking about how it's pretty much. You probably think that Elise wrote it because it says my husband doesn't
What?
post about me on social media and I'm fine with it. So yeah, she was just basically talking about how like she gets like sometimes she gets jealous because she sees everybody put up like, you know, like the Man Crush Monday or whatever, Woman Crush Wednesday, and she's like, oh, I don't like my man doesn't do that, blah blah. But then she's like, wait, hold on, like. She says here that my husband doesn't need to tell his followers he loves me because he just does. So he doesn't say I'm his Woman Crush Wednesday. Maybe instead he lets me have the cinnamon roll with the most icing on it first, or massages my back when I'm having a bad ache, or vacuums up the dog hair so I don't have to, or he gives me a kiss on the forehead when I keep him awake with my tossing and turning at night. He doesn't need to tell the world about his love for me because he already does with his actions. You know that old saying, actions speak louder than words? It's not a saying for no reason. So like so she says, when I was able to grasp that perspective, I realized the problem with feeling social media envy is my problem, not his.
Preach.
That desire to be boasted about online isn't his responsibility to satiate, because at the end of the day, it's just rational envy. Based solely on my husband's actions in our relationship, I should feel more than secure enough in myself and how he truly feels about me without him having to broadcast it for the world to see. He put a ring on my finger. He promised before God and our families to be the best man he can be for me. He sacrifices himself daily for this country as a U.S. airman. What more should I feel bold enough to ask for?
Damn.
did you say Elise?
Yeah.
Did you say Elise?
No,
She
I
said-
Because that's why I
Which?
No, I'm like, I'm pretty sure
So
Elise did not say that. So romantico.
no, I was saying no, that she might as well have wrote it because she's been saying that, like, you know, she's completely fine with her man not, you know,
Hashtag
You know,
relationship
parading
goals.
her around like social media, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, would you mind that if he did?
No, I wouldn't mind either way. It's his Facebook, whatever he wants to put up on it. It's, you know, his decision as long as it's not inappropriate.
Right. So I mean, well, it has been 4
Oh my
years.
God, Elise!
No. I was gonna say it's been 4 years, so
She
I'm
can bet like
I'm assuming he's doing his job because it has been 4 years. So like it's not like, oh, like he doesn't like love me enough. He shows you how much he loves you. Right?
yeah.
All right, yeah. So he's doing his job. Good job, boyfriend.
Good job, boyfriend.
Good
I
job.
know you, boyfriend. You're not. That sounds weird. Comma, Elise's boyfriend.
I don't know. I think I might take Elisa's route
I just don't want to give a fuck anymore.
and go incognito.
Go ahead, yeah. What does it really matter? Because I feel like the more you get wrapped up in it, the more you're gonna make problems out of
I
it.
don't really think about it. I mean, I just feel like, you know, if I took a bunch of pictures and there's pictures of you and I in those bunch of pictures, then fine, they'll be there. But like, I'm not gonna like specifically take pictures. I don't know. I really don't want to even think about it, to be honest with you. It just hurts my head. Being in a relationship is hard enough as far as
Why complicate it with all the social media shit?
Right.
You know what I mean? For me, like, I've gotten so used to exes not using social media, well, my past exes, that literally as long as they just have me in a relationship and they know that I'm there, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know? But, again, I really do like dating people that don't really use social media as much.
I think that I think I would have an issue if I wanted to post things and she would not want me to post
Yeah,
things.
I'd have a problem with that. Probably.
Because I would want to declare my love for this person and be like, yo, like not to say like, hey guys, this is my person, but like, nah, like I'm happy, this is who I'm with, and like I like her a lot, or I love her and stuff like that. So I don't know how I would be able to take it if she's like, can you not? You know, like, wait, what? Like, why not? You know? Yeah, like what do you want me to do then? You know, and so because
that's understandable.
yeah, I don't know, because well, with what Jennifer said, like her relationship status is not even on the thing. It's not. It doesn't even say single. It's not even there.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I think that's like pretty cool, because it's not like people are gonna suspect anything. Just like, oh shoot, why did she take away her relationship status? Something's about to go down. You know, it's never been there. So right now she could be. Well, I mean, she said that she's in a relationship, but like
dating.
Dating. So it's like, you know, no one's gonna know either or if she's dating somebody unless they want to be freaking like Columbo and like start like looking at her pictures, the pictures that she looks up and it's like, oh, she's hugging that person very quite fondly. It's got to be them.
I'm pretty sure Columbo's
Or
probably
them.
a better reference. You have a glass eye.
Hey, Matlock.
Just saying.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I know that I've dated people before where, you know, putting like I'm in a relationship with so and so was a big deal, like to that person, and you know, obviously I made it public, and this is who I'm in a relationship with. That's fine, whatever. Then like I kind of like at some point just hid it, because not that I didn't want people to know, but especially like when it was coming to like the end of my relationship, I think I just kind of like hid the status altogether, because I knew it was probably going to go from like in a relationship to single real quick. So I left it, and like now it's like just not even important. Like I want to live in reality, you know, with my person, and that's it.
Same here, dude. Especially after living like a year and like forever fucking just on video games and in the technology world. I just want to go out and experience life, like what it is. I miss being young when we used to play hopscotch and shit and like ride our bikes all day and not worry about
Goddamn millennials.
like I was growing up when AOL was just starting out. It was like, beep, for like fucking 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Just like beep, you know, all those like fucking weird ass noises. And
Yeah, but now it went from like AOL to like, you know, AIM, chatting on AIM with people, you know, and having group chats.
But back then,
but
like
now like everything's just on your phone, so it's
everything
like, you
is
don't even
easy
have to sit in
access.
front
Like
of the computer.
that's the thing. Like now that you go out with your phone, like you're like on a date with a dude and you're both looking at your phones. I went on a date with someone where he was on his dating social network, and we were on a date, our first date, and so we're in my car, and he's looking at his phone. I look over to him, and I see on the mirror the window reflection of fucking POF. And I was like,
Like, I
are
know
you
that.
really looking at more messages on POF, like getting ready for your next date? What, you fucking like, you know, penciling them into your schedule right now? And I was really offended. And that's the thing. Another thing is like people just are so fucking used to being on their phones. And like, I mean, for that instance, being on your goddamn dating app is even more insulting. You know what I mean? It's just, it takes away from the whole experience. And it's just
Right.
like that like particular situation kind of like just killed that vibe for me. I mean, yeah, we dated, but like it wasn't long, and it was just like, really?
I think at the end of the day, it's an open conversation that you have to have with your partner about what you want to do with your relationship.
And it's
in reference
compromise.
to social media. Like,
Yeah.
do you not want us to be on social media? And if you both come to a conclusion you respect that, you should respect it.
Yeah.
Or like, are you okay with it? Or are you just like, I want to show the world? I don't know. Do whatever the both that you were comfortable with. Like Elise and her boo were comfortable with just being.
I like just being. Just being's nice.
I want to try it.
But I probably still would want him to put me at least on his Facebook saying that.
Oh my gosh. Some things you might have to get over.
Whatever.
So the meme of the day I found earlier today, not 5 minutes ago. It's a picture of Cat Williams making his infamous Cat Williams stank face. And it says, social networks don't ruin relationships. Acting single on them does.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. And also too, I mean, I guess we've been hinting at it throughout the podcast. Like, your network shouldn't run you. You know, like we shouldn't be. I mean, I know I was talking about like being jealous, and Ashley used to talk about being jealous, but we need to be like above that as well. Just like not to have this like ruin us. Yeah, we could put in a relationship, or if someone says, "Oh damn, like you look mad good," we shouldn't be like, "Yo, hold on, oh nah, I'm looking at your freak. I'm looking at what you wore last December," to find out what that person's about. Like that really shouldn't affect us, and we need to be like just stronger than that, and just be complimentary about it too. Just like, oh, like someone likes my significant other or whatever. Like that's why they're with me, and that's why I got them. So we need to be like more like that. But yeah, we can't let these networks and social media like run our lives. Basically we just need to be more like Elise.
Yeah, pretty much. Just go with the
Be
flow.
like Elise.
Be like Elise.
Cool.
That is the memo tonight.
Elise didn't even know she was doing this today, and she became
just get off social media.
That's right.
Just fuck social media. Go out and go camping or something. Have some great sex by the ducks. I don't know what I'm saying.
You lost me at ducks.
I know. Fucks with the ducks.
You had me at ducks.
Okay.
You had me at ducks. Oh boy.
No, but it's just true though. You really can't have it just have a hold on you like that way. Just be secure in your relationship, and if the person says that you're just make sure that the person's like just doing their job and like we love each other and stuff like that. But that meme is very correct. I don't want to be messing with you for X amount of time and I still see your thing says single. Because like, whoa, okay, now we need to like have a discussion to see what level we're at.
Yeah.
Because
some people don't know. Some people don't know they're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I mean, you shouldn't corner the person or anything like that, but you just be like, all right, we've been going out for like 3 hours. What's going on with this?
3 hours?
I'm just joking.
I was like, what the fuck? You just pulled at me. It's been 3 hours, dude. You got to change your relationship status. Come on.
It's been 2 days. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
No. But like seriously, it's just like it's been a while, so I just want to know like, hey, like what's up, and then just talk about it.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Ladies, thank you for joining us on our lovely adventure and sharing your millennial POVs.
I finally shut up.
Thank you for finally.
My schedule was really booked.
Super booked. No, but you were great. I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy this podcast because of you, because like you were a riot. So
well, thank you.
You're both welcome back anytime.
Yes.
Well, Elise will be hanging out with me a lot this summer, right, Elise?
Yeah.
You better be. You're like, yeah, sure.
Gotta go. I'm out of here.
I haven't heard from Elise in fucking a whole month.
I haven't heard from her since she did that podcast.
Oh man, the only time I heard from her was when I listened to the damn podcast.
Oh man. All right, but thank you everybody for listening, and we shall see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.